Right. So, Season 3, Episode 11, Blink. I was asked to do a review of this by someone in the comment section of one of my videos, so I'm gonna do it. Alright, let's start off with the characters, because I think that this episode in particular of Season 3 had probably the best secondary kind of characters of any episode. I think that it introduced these characters just kind of out of nowhere, but they really worked. Sally Sparrow was played by, I forgot her name, but she's been in a couple of very good movies. Carey Mulligan, played by Carey Mulligan, who is a phenomenal actress, actually. And then her friend, the boy, I don't know that actor's name, but his character was really fun. He was funny whenever he was on screen. I think this was the introduction of the Weeping Angels, and probably the best execution of them by far of any episode. I honestly feel that the continued use of the angels has really muddled the show. I think they're really crappy, and I think they're really annoying, actually. I'm kind of tired of them as enemies, because they don't really make sense. I mean, they make sense in the episode, like whenever they're established that they move fast, and whenever you're not looking at them, they're actual creatures, but whenever you look at them, they're stone. But after that, and any episode, they kind of go back on themselves, like they kind of shoot themselves in the foot writing-wise, because the Weeping Angels aren't used the way that they said that they were used. But anyways, I loved how the Doctor wasn't the focus of the episode, but he was in it. Like, I loved how he was in that video that kept popping up, and she didn't really know what it was about. And it would, you know, it would be like he was having a conversation, and how, like, up until that point, you're kind of like, well, why is he just kind of saying random things? And the guy's like, I've written them down. And then she starts talking to him, and they start having this conversation. That part in the episode was just like, oh, that's so cool! That's so cool. It was really cool. I loved the, this episode was probably the best execution of time travel in any new series episode, I think. This one, and probably the, I guess I would say the end of Season 6, were the two best episodes of, like, time travel. Like, I know that he travels in time all the time, but they never really treat it like time travel. In Doctor Who, they've always treated it kind of like it's just travel, like you're just going around to different times, but they never talk about how that affects the future. So the entire time, when she's, you know, kind of just running from these angels and learning from the Doctor, it's all just kind of given to her little by little, just little bitty pieces, and it does a really good job of creating suspense. I think this episode was really good at being suspenseful and not being cheesy, which is something very hard to do for the BBC, because any episode that is suspenseful is also extremely cheesy. The BBC, I mean, not just Doctor Who, but anything else the BBC has done. Brits have kind of a weird way of being bad writers for suspense. Their spy movies are not that good, in my opinion. But I was honestly surprised by this episode, and pleasantly, I would say at that. Out of 5, I would probably give it a 4, just because it was fresh and it was different, and it was kind of out of nowhere, and it introduced a completely new creature that, albeit has been overused, it was creative and interesting, and I'll give it that. So, any other episodes you guys want me to review, I'll do that if I can, and thanks for watching. Bye.